The following video is a dramatic, fictionalized monologue based on the historical life of Pablo Escobar. This content is generated using AI technology for educational and entertainment purposes. We do not promote, condone, or glorify illegal activity, violence, or drug use.
They called me a monster. They called me a terrorist. But to the people of Medellin, I was a saint. I remember one night, hiding in the mountains. It was freezing cold. My daughter Manuela was shivering. She was hypothermic. I didn't have wood. I didn't have blankets. So I opened a sack, and I took out $2 million in cash, fresh American $100 bills, and I lit a match. I watched $2 million turn into ash just to warm my little girl's hands. That is who I was. Money meant nothing to me. Power meant everything. I wasn't born a king. I was born poor in Rio Negro. I saw the politicians getting fat while the people starved. I decided I would not starve. I would feast. I didn't invent the business, but I perfected it. I turned a white powder into an empire. I made more money than General Motors. I made so much money. We spent $2,000 a month just on rubber bands to hold the cash together. The rats ate $1 billion in my basement, and I didn't even notice. My philosophy was simple. You have a choice in this life: Plata or Plomo, silver or lead. You can take my bribe and live like a king, or you can take my bullet and die like a fool. I controlled everything. The police, the judges, the politicians. I even built neighborhoods for the poor. I gave them houses when the government gave them nothing. That is why they loved me. That is why they hid me. I built Hacienda Nápoles, my paradise. I had a zoo. I flew in hippos from Africa because I liked them. I had generic planes landing every day, bringing back millions from Miami. I was untouchable. I even got myself elected to Congress. Can you imagine? The biggest drug lord in history, sitting in the Parliament of Colombia wearing a tie. But that was my mistake. I wanted respect, and the elites, the old money, they humiliated me. They kicked me out. So I declared war, not on a rival cartel, but on the state itself. They wanted to extradite me to the United States. That was my only fear, a cold cell in America. So I promised them, better a grave in Colombia than a cell in the United States. I turned Colombia into a slaughterhouse. I blew up the DAS building. I blew up an Avianca airplane just to kill one man who wasn't even on board. 107 innocent people died. Was it cruel? Yes. But it was war. And in war there are no innocents, only targets. I brought the government to its knees. They were so terrified that they let me build my own prison. La Catedral. It wasn't a prison. It was a fortress. I had a jacuzzi, a disco, a football field. I invited the Colombian national team to play with me. I ran my empire from my cell, but a king cannot live in a cage forever. I escaped, and the hunt began. The Americans, the DEA, the search block, Los Pepes. Everyone wanted the head of Pablo Escobar. I ran for 16 months. The man who owned the world was now sleeping in dirty safe houses, listening to the radio, waiting for the end. December the 2nd, 1993. My birthday. I made one mistake, one phone call to my son. I stayed on the line too long. They found me. I heard the boots on the stairs. I ran to the roof. The tiles were slipping under my feet. The sun was hot. I saw them, the search block. They didn't want to arrest me, they wanted to execute me. The bullets hit my leg, my back, and then the final shot. Right behind the ear, the execution shot. Some say they killed me, some say I shot myself. Does it matter? I lay there, on the dirty red tiles of a Medellin rooftop, the richest man in the world. Dead. And do you know the irony? I wasn't wearing shoes. The king of cocaine died barefoot. Don't chase the money. Chase the power. Because the money just burns.